So, this is a tutorial for showing you how to make your very own flag looking Kaneki or Luffy kun image, and the first thing you should do is head over to Inkscape.org and download Inkscape for your operating system. I'm using Ubuntu right now, so that's why it looks a bit different, but it should be the exact same if you're on Windows. And when you start Inkscape, it'll look something like this. Like this. Possibly this bar is not there, so like that. And what we're gonna do is, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna not go there, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna download Luffy images, and then just grab one that you think looks good. Things to note is that it's best if it has a transparent background, or if it at least has a very high contrast to the background. So it should look a bit different from the background. Now we save this, doesn't matter what we call it. We open Inkscape, then open our folders, go to downloads, and pull out Luffy. Now we should go and get a flag, or any other background for that matter, and you just go through the same procedure. I already have an image of the Swedish flag. Something to note here is that it's much nicer if something happens with the flag that isn't just a basic flag. So something like this should make for a nice picture. Now we select Luffy, then we go to Path menu and go to Trace Bitmap. In Trace Bitmap we can just click like that, and we'll see what it looks like. You can start off by increasing this to 1 and then going down one step, and you'll see that if we have a transparent background we just get the outline perfectly. So that's nice. Now we can play with this and go down, and you'll see that the eyes suddenly pop out, which will make for a nicer picture. Decrease it further and you'll see that you have something like this. Press OK and it will pop out. And you can use the other tools as well. You have to select the right one, of course, to get the right one. You can use live preview, but that takes a lot on your processor. And you can get different versions of him. You can invert it, but I generally just use brightness cutoff. Pressing OK generates that one, but we're not going to generate anymore, so we close the tool. Now Luffy should not be behind the image, so we use the select tool. We right click him, move to layer 1, move, and that automatically puts him on top inside that layer. Now we place Luffy somewhere on top of the flag. We select the flag, we right click and press set clip, and there you go. Now if we export this as it is, it'll have a transparent background. If you don't want that, go to the Create Rectangles and Squares tool, create a rectangle. It may be black for you, but in this bar down here, just select the color you want, usually white. Then select Luffy, and he's below again, so move to layer, move, put on top, and there you go. Now you just press File, Export PNG Image. It should already be on Selection. Here on Image Size you set the size of the generated image. Note that Inkscape uses vector graphics, so you don't have to change these settings, you just change the output file. I could go through this, but I won't. Vector images basically don't care about the original resolutions of the images. It puts out any resolution you want. Then you have a file name, export as, to select a path. I don't care to do that for that right now. And then you just press export. And for me, that image should have landed somewhere completely different. Where is it? Isn't it image 5.3? Ah, there we go. Yes. So, and that's how you make these kinds of images. If we do the same thing again, we can go to Kaneki, and we want him with the mask, so we just simply search with mask. As I said before, it's best if you have a transparent image. This appears to be a transparent image, or a transparent background. Download that one, go to downloads, then find your image, throw it in there, path, trace bitmap, brightness cutoff, update. You can play with this a bit to get varying amounts of Kaneki-kun remaining. Remember that we want the teeth to be there, but we don't want that little speck below it. There we go. That should make for a nice image. Close that, move that, take a flag, such as the British flag I downloaded earlier. Make sure that, to make sure that the image stays with the right proportions, click on this little lock thing in the top toolbar, or you can hold in Control while resizing. Otherwise you get this effect, and you don't want that. So hold in Control or click up there, or both. Get it to a smaller picture than your background image. Move to Layer, Move, Place on top. Select both images, set clip, and boom, you're done. If you have any, and to export it, just move Luffy, move Kaneki on top, control click to make sure it's the same size, and just press export. And boom, here we have Kaneki-kun as a British flag. So I hope that made everything clear. If you have any questions,